Okay, we're just going off the cuff and talking about heartbreak with my beautiful confidant friend, shaman.
Practicing shaman.
Well, we're all just remembering our gifts,
That's
really. So the gifts she brings.
We all have.
Yeah. But yeah, being able to like show up and share with others the path that we've walked so we can share with you how to be in your most divinely feminine and masculine part of your body and to honor the path and then let go of the stories. And I wanted to talk today about heartbreak and how to help people with heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, what do you think about like the people we meet and the gifts that they bring to us?
In the relationships?
And yes, we'll do relationships, intimate relationships.
For me, it was always a start of like, I thought it was fate, because that's what we were programmed to believe. And then as we evolve and transition, especially in my timeline for the amount of years that I've been now experiencing all of this, and yeah, I used to feel like the stories were real, and yet now knowing the difference it is that everything is conscious energy, and that what we are attracting in our relationships is just a mirror of like what is within us. And it's like, so if you feel abandonment or rejection or not worthy, it's like, okay, that's not about the other person. We're attracting that because we don't feel within ourselves that we are worthy or we're lovable or we respect ourselves. So that's the thing, I think, that is why it's the major heartbreak, is because we always project it as the other person, but it's never about the other person. It's never about the other person. It's like we really literally are mirroring what is within inside of us. That's what I said. It's like I used to call them sacred contracts when I got to be more understanding of like why I'm here.
Yeah.
And why I chose this world and this life and these relationships and these people, and the heartbreak and the trauma and the abuse and the suffering and the pain. That was a majority part of my life.
Do you feel like we all have to walk that path in order to like, remember who we are in our core?
I agree. I think it's like, yes, but not hold to the story as absolute truth, because it's not. And stories, I think that it's like it's not ever gonna end, as so many philosophers say. It's like it's a never-ending thing. But it's the key is to remind ourselves is that we don't have to be the story.
Yeah. So I feel like we as humans like have to go through these experiences to like have growth. And I love that saying, like Michelangelo, it's like, how did you make the David? Well, we just kept chipping away at what wasn't David.
That's right.
And so, yeah, in a perfect world, it'd be so nice to like meet someone and feel like this is fate and destiny and we're meant to be together. And I feel like that's what it was like at the start of the journey, to find your first love. And then after going through like multiple relationships and experiencing how other people live, and then like for me, I've had that, but it's been heartbreak, it's been pain. And then it's like each time I'm just like, well, how do I like settle my heart? I mean, this topic is so big.
It is.
Because like the journey can be so long. And I do feel like you get to a point in your life where like, yes, we all are mirroring each other, but then I feel like you get to a point in your journey where you're like, how am I still attracting someone who's unavailable, right? Or how am I still attracting someone who is a narcissist, and whatever like the label is, when someone has like done their work and continues to practice every day. So yes, we're still mirroring. And I think for me, like I can look at it now to be like, oh my God, the gift that person brought me.
Exactly.
You know, like 5 years ago, that man who broke my heart, I'm sure I broke his too, like he taught me independence.
Mm-hmm. There's always those glimmers and those nuggets. But if we're going to be truthfully honest with ourselves, that contrast is vital for learning more about ourselves and not the other person, and with the gift to give it. And I say people don't like to hear that, but pain and suffering is a gift.
Yeah.
And a gift that the fact is that, and so even if you've done your work and you believe, okay, being unemotionally available or a narcissist or about, it's like, I think it's kind of like the universe is like, at a certain time will come along and show you, oh, are you certain that you've really got to that place where you no longer are unavailable, or there's a part of you that's not a narcissist? Because in truth, you can say, this is why it's such a gift, because it's like you get to be able to go back into self introspection and go deeper, or you're going to attract again where something just out of the blue, and that's what the universe is such a beautiful gift for. It's like you're not even going to be expecting it, and it's all of a sudden it's like the tower moment.
Mm-hmm.
And that, because it's not like it's ever done. I don't think it ever gets done. I think that because we're not just here in this lifetime, we've lived for thousands of years in reincarnation, and we are literally going through all of those timelines. And so, do you have a remembrance of who you were 5,000, 10,000 years ago? No. So is it in our DNA? Possibly. Second, it's like, this is the beauty of like where it comes up out of the blue. And it's like, okay, why am I still attracting those things? Or blah, blah, blah. It's like, because it's wanting to be cleared. It's wanting to be healed. It's wanting to be loved. It's wanting to be blessed. It's wanting to like just say,
radical acceptance.
Radical
right?
acceptance.
Just
And
like,
thank you, thank you, thank you.
just acknowledging it. Yeah.
Because and then be kind to yourself and forgive yourself. Don't beat yourself up, because it's like, it's not easy to be here in this timeline. And you could say like, what the fuck was I thinking? It's like, seriously, it's like, I used to say that all the time, going like, why did I choose such a hard life? And now I can say that given all those beautiful aspects of myself that I have gone through and where I'm at this moment, and I don't know, without my angels and without my guides and without friends and relationships, I would possibly not be here. But I have such gratitude in the moment right now, is where this is the first time that we are here in a timeline that is shifting and changing and ascending into a place where Mother Earth has never been before, and neither is the consciousness. And to think that we are here in this moment is just like the ultimate gift. And so it's like, life is precious. Every moment is precious. Yesterday is gone. All we have this moment is you and I are sitting here.
Yeah.
And to just go, okay, what do I want to do next?
I want to share.
What do I want? What do I want? Like you said, that heart chakra opening up, and then from that creation, is like our imagination. Like the imagination and creating and assuming that it's already here and it's already done, and working from that place.
Yeah, that brings so much peace of mind.
It
and
is.
Stillness, and like, okay, just one foot in front of the other, and doing what you need to do in the present moment, because it's always like, this too shall pass. These ebbs and flows.
But what was coming through when you were saying that to me was, again, it's like, love is the highest vibration.
Yeah.
And it is loving ourselves first and foremost. Because it's like in a relationship, and even if you feel, oh, they're not emotionally available, well, I think in truth, a lot of times we're not either. When you go in a deeper level, we could be present, but then also there's other things there that come up. And it's like, when you're being truthful to yourself, you'll find those things that are hidden, and it's just like you can feel the unlocking of that energy in your heart, that it goes into another chamber, another state, and there's multiple states, and it's like, when you're open to that, it's so beautiful, and that's when you come back to love yourself first and foremost, and it's like, I used to have a lot of shame, and I used to judge myself.
I think these are things like society just put on us, for sure.
In some ways, yes, but it's also is like, I think there's sometimes where the pleaser aspect, we talked about that earlier, different things that we learn and are programmed, to do, and that's, again, sacred contracts. I do also believe that what I've worked through myself was like the first 3 chakras. Yes, my heart is open, and I've always known since I was a little girl I was a woman. I was love. I always knew I was love, and I came here to teach love, and I was love, and I am love. And then did I actually know what that meant as a little girl? No, but I just knew that I was always in a place of seeking what is love. I'm love, and I would teach love, and yet I hurt deeply from love.
Yeah, what a teacher.
Yeah, the contrast of that, right?
Mhm.
And then,
But I really truly believe that those lessons are just like growth and like chipping away at all the things that society put on us, the masks or the shame or the guilt or the labels, act this way.
but if we take it to the next place, is that what if we and our team, before we came here and we were in the, we chose our parents, and we chose this lifestyle, we chose the cycle, we chose the relationships, we chose the lessons. And we also chose like the people who are going to come into our lives. So it's like if every time you evolve, it's like the next part of this whole journey comes into fruition. The next place, the next level, the next person. It's like it's always changing. But you can level too. You can stay in a relationship for 35 years like I did, and then wish that you'd left 10 years earlier, because it's like you learn from that. But it's like, wow, okay. And now it's like, okay, every day is precious. And it's like, now I get to sit here in the time where I'm at in my 60s. It's like, what is that going to look like? If I get 20 years out of this right now, it's like, what is that going to look like? What can I create and manifest? And how can I still be of service? Because I was of service for 20-some years, most of my life, for people who were in drug and alcohol and sexual abuse. So to be where I am now, I want to be of service from the other aspects of joy, happiness, peace, and love, for sure.
Because you walked the path of like the dark night of the soul, or you've walked a path where you've seen the hardships in life with mental illness, addictions,
Sexual abuse.
That you're just like, okay, there's another way to live life where we can like honor these gifts, even though they might be like heartbreaking sadness, but like how we overcome it through love. I mean, I heal through the power of love.
Absolutely.
And I've healed myself through the power of love, and like thank God to my aunt who passed away, I think it was like 15 years ago, and she was on her deathbed and was like, I searched my whole life for what the power of love or what the meaning of life was, and she's like, it's self-love. And then ever since she passed, she like sprinkled on the earth grid like self-love, because the next day everything was like self-love. But it truly is like practicing that and like, yeah,
honoring that.
Yeah. And I really believe we go up the spiral or we go down the spiral. So we're always going to meet that same energy or that same entity. And an entity doesn't always have to be good or bad or right or wrong. It's just that energetic presence that we get to deal with and go, oh yeah, I've seen you before, and you know what, I don't like you, or I'm gonna go the other way, or I'm just gonna skip around and like keep going on. Hi.
And just to bring it to that point of like, it's like meeting it, accepting it, and it'd be like not avoiding it.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's all about, is like the response or the reaction. And I kind of like the word react. It's like how to act in a different way.
Well, and then act.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful way to break it down.
And then responsibility, like the ability to respond. So like, yeah, facing these energies that keep coming up, but like it's just like it's like we're really in a simulation, in a game of like choose your own adventure, and you get to level up every time. You get all the coins, you meet the people, you build, you do the things, and then you just like learn from these lessons.
You do. But I think we're changing now too, that the energy is like all the old is collapsing. Anything that was built on a house of cards or sand is collapsing. All the old is collapsing. So that's another thing why we are in such a beautiful state.
Yeah, that we can actually like move forward and not feel like it's two
right.
steps back.
But creating that on our own foundation and not outside ourselves in those old beliefs or programming. Or even, it's like, creating from that space of imagination, you know, like from the beginner's mind as a child, is such a beautiful thing. And I myself didn't have that when I was a child. I had so many adult responsibilities from the time I was born into my family as an old soul. So it's not until this moment now that I actually say that I have arrived and that I have total freedom for the first time in my life. I have done so much and fulfilled all of my contracts, which all these contracts now are dissolving. So you're not, what's that say? It's like, when I just said that, it's like the contracts are dissolving, is that they no longer hold a person in enslavement. It is freedom. It's a choice to have freedom. There may be a few things that you might want to still work through and go through, but it's like where the consciousness that is arising is more love and joy and happiness and peace than is projected. It really is. There's just the chaos that is in fear and anxiety because it's losing its ground. We are rising. Our energy. To be here in this moment, to be here to say that it's like, wow, I have arrived and my ancestors have arrived and we broke ground and we cleared and healed so many dysfunctional patterns together. I couldn't have done it alone. And to have that within me and around me and the people who I attracted and the teachers, you know, like and that saying too is when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And when the teacher is ready, the student will appear. And then when the year I did the shamanism with the woven path, that took me to a whole other level of like where I already had honored, you know, the environment and nature and the water and the animals and everything. I already had it within me, but to have it, to be able to learn from a greater level with the ancestors and my medicine wheel and all the rest of those things and the animals that were my guide, you know, like those, there are just so many. And so today I have respect for every animal or insect or anything that shows up. Just like the other day, you and I with the gecko, you know, like, I mean, they don't come out unless it's warm.
Yeah.
And we're in the throes of winter in March here still.
Yeah,
so
in the Pacific Northwest.
it's changing.
And the gecko energy was adaptability, stability. Yeah, it's
New
everything we were
beginnings.
talking about,
Yeah.
just like that spirit animal coming through to be like, you're on the right path, like you're adapting. Yeah.
Yes. Validation.
Yeah.
So look at those things, because the signs are showing up every day. Even if you're just standing back observing what's in front of you and you catch the smile, or you see a child playing, or you see an adult who's in their mind, in their head, and not knowing what they're going through, but you just send them love.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and then they look up and their eyes are just glistening in that, and you got the little glimmer, you know, it's like, oh, you seen me. Yeah, I see you.
Oh, for sure, right? Like showering people with love. Such a beautiful gift, the power that we can use to like create or destroy. This topic is so big, and I feel like it's something that we can just like share right now, but like grow from and like share.
Absolutely.
But I honor you, and I thank you so much for always being there for me and sharing such amazing time and space and wisdom and intelligence. Because yeah, it is all about finding your tribe and the people that speak your language that makes this journey feel so much sweeter.
Absolutely. It is. Especially in times of when we're in pain or suffering or not needing my
having
practice,
someone to talk to that's actually walked the path.
Well, that was my practice as I worked for the Ministry of Children Found with drug and alcohol and sexual abuse. It was narrative therapy. To watch someone, and I had a really good listening skill, still do, where it's like I hear and then I hear what is being repeated or is being stated outside of what someone's saying, and then I repeat it back to them because I'm not the expert in their life. It's just that I say back to them, it's like, did you hear what you just said? because it's your spirit speaking
Mm-hmm.
out loud, already with the solution. The problem is already solved. There is no problem. It's a matter of like, are you consciously aware to hear it?
Totally, because we too have the answers right inside of us.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
There's a solution to every problem. It's already within us, even for healing. It's like when we bring in dis-ease, it's because there's something wrong or suppressed or depressed in our lives.
The body's just not at ease.
It's not at ease, and that's the way how we handle it. I created disease. I knew exactly what was going on in my life. I didn't know how to fix it at that time with old belief systems. So I had to challenge every belief system. It was like, is that my belief system or is that somebody else's belief system? Because that's not a belief system I want to keep anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm going to reframe that, and I'm going to change it so that it serves me. And that's where I started taking back my power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and power really looks like the power of love, and the power of stillness, and the power of being grounded and balanced. And it's not like it's all unicorns and butterflies, but my God, being able to like make the best choice in that moment to just like, yeah, what fills my cup right here, right now, in my soul, my spirit? What does my body need right now?
It's bringing yourself back to that conscious awareness in this present moment.
Yeah, and that nature heals.
Exactly. And then just ground, and then allowing that energy to flow through you, not react to it, not let it consume you, not allow it to not hold the belief that that's who you are, because that's not true. We're sovereign beings. We are like sovereign beings. And to release these belief systems or this pain and suffering, or these personas or the masks or the disowned selves. That was another reason why I took shamanism, was because there was soul retrieval, and
just bringing parts of you back home.
That's right, that were splintered off.
Yeah, and because we're all just made up of energy, like it just takes 90 seconds for an emotion to move through the body. So to give yourself that time to either cry or get angry or be sad or be jealous or whatever that emotion that's coming through, to honor it, put a timer on 90 seconds and let it move through, because then we get to like transmit into a whole other frequency, like a radio dial. It's like that energy that comes through that's low vibration of anger, jealous, or whatever, and then it fine tunes like a dial to bring you back into like your wholeness.
Very, very true. Very true.
So let's do a to be continued, and thank you so much for listening. And for more information on Candice and her work and how she can help you, will be in the link below. And information for how I can assist you on your journey as well will all be in the description link. Peace and love.